Good morning, crew. As promised, today is another resistance band day. A lot of you enjoyed this workout last week, so we've got a different one. Today, instead of having it at the middle anchor like we had it last week, this week it's going to be at the lower anchor, the lower door hinge. I personally just use an old belt. I wrap it around the door hinge, then I can slip my band in and out pretty easily. I personally use a continuous band without handles because I'm comfortable with that. A lot of you have handles, same deal, it all works. It's just figuring out, okay, it has to anchor like this or like that. It's no big deal. So today's workout, we've got 4 rounds just like we did last week. We're going to work same concept, sort of, 35 seconds on, 25 seconds off. It gives you guys enough time to get good amounts of work in, gives you enough time to rest and or switch and get into the proper position for the next movement. So with the low anchor, we can do a few exercises we couldn't do last week. So first exercise is our single leg RDL. We'll hold that band in our hands, whether we're holding onto the band or the handles itself. We'll balance on one leg and we'll do our single leg RDLs. Just like we've done in the past, we can put the band on one side and make it more challenging balance-wise. Maybe it's in your left hand and your right leg's on the floor. We call that contralateral. Or you can regress it all the way back where your back foot's actually on the floor and you're doing more of like a split stance, both feet on the ground, but just favoring one leg when you're doing your RDL. Doesn't matter. You'll do it for 35 seconds, we'll rest, we'll switch sides, do that side for 35 seconds. Then we'll take it all the way to the floor on our elbows. We'll back up as far as we feel comfortable holding onto the handles or the band itself. We'll hold our low plank, for the 35 seconds. Then from there, this is where it kind of depends upon your resistance. So if you're using bands with handles, you just face away from the anchor, both hands, handles in your hands. You raise the bands up to your shoulder height, back down for 35 seconds. That's easy. If you're using a continuous band, you actually have 2 options. Option 1 is standing inside of the band and grabbing onto the band and lifting it up. That's if you have a really heavy duty band and the second option isn't really going to work for you. That way, you're only dealing with one part of the band per side. You get to kind of take some slack out of it because you're standing in the middle and you can kind of figure out exactly where you want to be. Now, facing the band, if you take the band and you do your overhead raise, you'd actually want to lift this one all the way over your head. If the band is too intense, it's probably not going to work out for you. As you start to creep past your collarbone, you're going to start to arch. And if you feel yourself arching, it's really easy. You just turn around, get the band around you like it's a belt, and then you can continue your raises. Now, if you do not have shoulder problems, you can go all the way overhead with this exercise. So I did say for the bands with handles, just stop at your shoulders. You really don't have to, but if you do have shoulder pain, you're going to want to avoid doing this. One way to avoid that pain is instead of just thinking raising up, you want to think out, then up, reaching forward as far as you can as you go over your head. That's going to help engage more muscles around the shoulder. Now, new exercise, which is kind of fun. We've done these in the past if you've been training with me long enough. We call it a chop or a lift. We're starting low, we're going high. This is a whole body rotation, plus core, plus legs, plus shoulders. It's all sorts of things going on. It's amazing. You'll do one side for 35 seconds, the other side for 35 seconds. Then we'll lay on our back. We'll hold the band down by our waist or over our belly button. We'll do our dead bug sequence like we've done in the past. Then finally, we will all take our bands off of the anchor, and that's why this exercise is last. We'll stand on our bands. We'll hold the band in our goblet position right off of our chest. And what we're doing is the squat down, simple. The band actually gets easier. There's virtually no resistance to get into the bottom of that squat. But coming out of the bottom is what we really want to focus on, and that's where the explosiveness comes. We control ourselves, get into the perfect position at the bottom, then we stand up really fast. Then we control ourselves into the bottom and stand up really fast. It's not necessarily going to burn your legs, but it is going to make your body faster and stronger so that on other exercises that we do, squat jumps, weighted squats, whatever, you're going to be able to perform better. This is almost like doing a box jump without leaving the floor. So again, today, new resistant band workout, similar in structure to last week. Anchor is on the almost towards the ground. It's going to be a great day. I'll see you in class today.